Hey, it's Pastor John here with Coram Church. As many of you know, on Sundays we always invite people to ask questions, things that they're curious about or struggling with, or things that are going on in their life. And so we get some of those through our Connect cards, and we get quite a few of them through text message. So I'm just going to take a few moments to address one of the questions we got from this last Sunday. I'll go ahead and read it for you. It says, I know someone I really care about that used to believe in God. How do I get them to believe again? It tears me up inside to see the path that they are taking since they questioned God. They are going in opposite directions. So, this person has a friend who at once professed to be a believer and no longer professes to be a believer. And the person submitting the question wants to know, what do I do about that? So, the first thing I would say is, um, so keep this in mind and everything else that I'm going to say. The first thing is there's nothing you can do. Um, there's no special talk you can have. There's no special prayer you can pray. There's no special book you can give them. There's no silver bullet that's automatically going to win over their heart and their mind if they've made a choice to apparently walk away from faith, or they've changed their mind about Jesus and the gospel. There's nothing you can do that's just automatically going to change that. With that in mind, there's certain things that you need to be mindful of as you move forward. First of all, in the book of Philippians, we are promised that when God starts something, he finishes it. So if God has indeed started something in your friend, even though right now it's looking really rough, you can know that God's not going to abandon that person. Likewise, in the Gospel of John, Jesus says that he's holding us in his hands, and there's nothing that can snatch us from his hands. And so, um, the question, what can you do, is there's nothing you can do to fix the situation, but you can know that God doesn't abandon people, that God finishes what he works or what he starts, and that there's all sorts of things that God can do if he chooses to do. So your hope is ultimately in God and his compassion and his mercy and his grace. Part of the question, I think, too, is how do you relate to this friend while they are walking away? And I think what I would tell you is you need to treat this friend as a non-believer, and by that I mean you need to be praying for them as if they don't believe at all, as if they never believed. Pray for them as if, just like it was somebody another friend that you had that hadn't professed Christ, you should pray for their salvation. This person, um, almost more than anything, needs a faithful friend in this season, somebody who's not going to walk away from them because of wherever they are at in terms of believing the gospel. They need a friend who's going to demonstrate grace and mercy and kindness and humility, a friend who's going to pray for them, a friend who is going to stick with them and not walk away from this relationship because of what is going on in their life right now. So there's no special thing for you to do. You should be confident that God can do whatever He wants to do, and He promises to finish things He starts. And Jesus promises that no one can steal us out of His hands, and that in going forward, pray for your friend, love your friend, be hospitable to your friend, be kind to your friend. Continue to invest and pursue this friend, stay involved in their life, keep inviting them to church. And it's going to be hard um, to make sure that you're loving them, um, and that you're not just doing it to get something out of them. So, man, I mean, that's a difficult situation. There is no easy answer to it. Your heart's going to break. It's a beautiful thing that your heart breaks for them. Um, and I'm glad that they have you in their life to walk with them in this season. We hope and we trust that God pursues them and that they turn around. And if that's the case, we'd certainly love to hear and celebrate that. So I hope that's helpful. If not, feel free to text in again, or you can always email John, Jon, at coramdalechurch.org. All right, we'll talk to you next time. See you.